Hello and welcome back to the Esports Podcast. I'm your host, Ameer and Today I'm joined by my co-hosts, Brant Rants.
How we doing?
And Mauro Cesario.
Yo.
All right, episode 4?
Yes, sir.
4, yeah.
All right, this
Good
is going to
math.
be in the mail-it-in episode. We all just finished an exam. We're really not having that much energy with us right now. I went to bed at like 4 a.m.
We're on a grand total of like
Peace
10 hours
OG.
sleep
Yeah.
combined, so.
Woke up at like 5:45. I'm not great. My dad actually woke me up this morning. My mom walked in at 5:45, telling me to wake up and get ready for an exam I have at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad at like 6 starts blaring on our computer on our main floor, God's Plan, and then sicko mode. Yeah, so he's just got that blaring, and me and my older brother thought it was on our Google Homes, and like he was broadcasting it. So my brother, I think he shouted out, "Hey Google, stop playing!" Stop playing it, but it wasn't.
Dude, Google Home is the greatest thing invented for stuff like that.
awesome.
It's hilarious. I
It
throw
really
stuff
is.
on the Google Home upstairs when people are up there. It's great.
Oh, it's the best.
Big Raps game last night.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Raps
Big
Warriors. Raptors beat the Warriors by 20 points. Don't know the exact score, but it was like
113
to 93.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a game. It was on ESPN though. That was nice. I tuned in the fourth quarter when it was on ESPN. When it was an absolute blowout with like 5 minutes left. They were talking about like nothing. They were talking about like Serge Ibaka's YouTube channel and stuff. So there really was nothing going on. I was like, this is great free promotion for Serge, like for him and his channel.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if Darren Ravel, like he doesn't work for ESPN anymore, but if he had like some evaluation of how much advertising he actually got.
Those are probably like their backup plans. Like, if all goes wrong, this
Yeah,
is what
we'll
we're gonna
talk
talk about for the
exactly.
Raptors, just to make ourselves look good.
Yeah, filler time. So did you guys watch the game?
I missed it.
I caught a little bit of the second quarter,
Yeah,
just towards the end there, where they still had a 16-point lead.
I watched from
I bet on it, but I
the-
missed it.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
watched
I'll
from the
figure it out.
second quarter till the end of the game, and the Warriors were like off, but they're just trying too hard on offense. I think like whenever KD went like ISO and he could just go up and make shots where there was no way you could stop him. Steph was missing open threes. Clay was 0 for 5 or 0 for 6 from 3. So I mean, there's takeaways from that game where Golden State's in that game, and Toronto doesn't get like a plus 20-point advantage. But whenever Golden State would make a run and make it like an 11-point game, the Raptors would come back and make it 19. And they really balanced out being able to stop the Warriors and the runs that they make in front of that crowd. Because when the Oracle gets going, it gets to be a really rambunctious group. So some takeaways from the game was Draymond Green fouls Jonas Valanciunas and dislocates his thumb
Yeah.
and gets no foul called on the play. How? Someone please tell me.
It's a Golden State Warriors call, man. They get everything.
Exactly.
Welcome
and
to the
it's,
NBA.
Doesn't matter who they're playing. It's just kind of, they've earned it. They win. Not much you can
When
do.
you win back-to-back championships, they
Yeah,
kinda
you get
give
those
the
calls.
benefit of the doubt, even at the most obscure times like that when it's clear. But I mean, it is what it is.
And then OG was going up for a layup later on in the game, and the way he jumped up was kind of awkward. He was like leading with his knee, and they call an offensive foul because it goes into the midsection of Durant. But honestly, it didn't even look that bad. But the whole crowd's going, ooh, oh, so then they review it for a flagrant foul. They don't call it, but still, like, it's just such a joke of a call that they could make. And it would have changed the whole outcome of the game because I think it was a 15-point game at that point in the third. So make 2 free throws, get the ball back. It's down to 10
It
points.
always makes me laugh when I see the officials going up together in the group, and it's always like, you try and picture and try and imagine what they're saying in there to themselves, and it's like, how can we screw the Raptors this time?
Basically.
I don't know, like every single time. Like I know that you said Anunoby wasn't a flagrant, but like every single time when it's against the Raptors, there's always something. I don't know, it bothers me.
And it sucks because that's kind of like the Raptors' MO at this point because we're kind of at a place where we have to like cry wolf about everything. Like no one respects us. Everyone's like, oh, they choke come the playoffs. So it's like buzz off, man. Like what? We can't prove anything until we get to the playoff. We'll talk about it right now. Like you're talking that Boston could win a title, and yet they're not even clicking on all cylinders.
The problem is
what have they done in the playoffs compared to the Raptors?
You can't really talk about it. Like the Raptors, you can't talk about the Raptors in the States because nobody down there cares, man. Like they don't have a high opinion of us as a basketball team.
But it doesn't matter. Like my point is, okay, you're ESPN, you're Fox, whatever.
Yeah.
You're broadcasting the games if you're ESPN.
Yeah.
You have to. The fact that the Raptors aren't on Christmas is a joke because they're going to have the best record in the NBA.
It's a joke if you're looking at them as a team, but you got to look at the market. Like they're not selling the team; they're selling the ratings. They're going to get more ratings on almost every other team in the league.
But as a league, you should have your marquee teams.
Yeah,
like it's one thing if the Raptors are like middle of the pack to like upper tier, but they're atop the standings right now. Like,
but they still don't get the TV ratings that other teams do.
I understand that,
and that's the only reason this happens is because it makes them more money if it's not the Raptors in the game.
But so the NBA released I can't remember the Earned It uniforms or something.
Okay.
To where all 16 teams that made the playoffs last year got an alternate jersey.
Okay.
And the Raptors, it's sweet. If you guys haven't seen it, pull it up or something.
That's not the red one, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's sweet. It's the OVO jersey, except all red. It looks sweet in my opinion. And I was seeing all these tweets where it's like, oh, the Raptors got a Christmas uniform and not playing Christmas game. So I'm like, it's absolutely true.
Surprise?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay, so tell me which of these teams should be playing on Christmas Day over the Raptors?
None of them. I know.
Okay, teams that should be playing over the Raptors. The
Golden
Warriors.
State.
That's it.
LA.
It's Golden State versus LA. Boston versus Philadelphia. I'm fine with that.
Philly's
obviously.
a big market. Boston's a big market.
Oklahoma City should not be playing on Christmas
Big market.
Day. No, it's not.
It's a big TV market.
They
have Russell Westbrook and he's a draw.
Doesn't matter. Oklahoma City is not. The New York Knicks, big market. They have a Christmas game every goddamn year, and they're shit. Porzingis isn't even going to play.
But they still make
Porzingis
money.
isn't going to play.
They still make money.
Okay, tell me if a Bucks Raptors matchup is way better.
It's way better in quality.
As a game, it's a better game.
It's a lot better.
Would you not want? Okay,
I would want.
Whose fan base is bigger?
Portland Trailblazers, Utah Jazz.
Okay, that one I don't really know.
Dame's sick. Dame's a draw. I don't disagree with you. The Raptors should have a game, yes, but it doesn't make the NBA money. And that's why they don't get.
But the Christmas games are not about making money.
But they do.
Christmas games are about like spreading like awareness about the NBA.
Everything's about money.
It's profit driven.
Like everyone wants to make money in this league. That's the only reason.
What can we make the most money off of on Christmas, where we expect nobody to watch NFL or NBA and only spend time with their family? Like they're gonna do whatever they need to do.
It's a tradition now. Like NBA Christmas games, it's an absolute draw.
Yeah.
To where people just they center their goddamn Christmas around the NBA.
So what better way to do it than to cater to the biggest markets they have?
Okay, but isn't Toronto a bigger market than most of?
Toronto's a bigger
market but the Canadian dollar sucks, so they don't make as much off of it.
No, so they don't make money like at all because they don't get the television rights.
Yeah, so it's. They won't do it. It's just it sucks, and I think they deserve a game.
Okay, put them in first of all, the Raptors should get a home Christmas game. Then put them in the States, so you get the revenue.
I said this back when it was either their first or second playoff.
It sucks because like if the Raptors keep Kawhi, they'll definitely get a Christmas game next year.
Oh, for sure.
And if they don't, they won't.
Like to your point, like why have them in Toronto? Then as a franchise, if you're just going to completely void everything about
the schedule was announced like shortly after they picked up Kawhi, right? Like it wasn't. It's
announced in like September.
You're telling me as a Christmas game you wouldn't want to see Raptors versus Spurs?
That's what I was gonna say. That's the matchup that there should have been.
Come on.
It should have been that. Fact.
But it's not a good game.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? There's so much lead up.
Okay, but look,
I get the storylines are there, but that's not a good game.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, that's a great
Everyone is watching it. It wouldn't be Kawhi returns to San Antonio because that would have like a dark theme on Christmas. I don't think anyone would want that. But
DeMar,
DeRozan returns back to Toronto. That'd be a sick
That would be
game,
great.
even for the States, because it's a good feeling for everyone involved.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a sick tribute. Fans are gonna freaking go nuts over him.
Yeah.
That should have been a game.
And even for DeMar's sake, like you get to go back on during the holiday season. I mean, even for him, I mean, that wouldn't be the worst idea. I mean, I guess that wasn't part of their agenda, but
Those Miami jerseys are terrible. I'm
Really?
looking. I'm
The
looking through
Penguins?
I'm looking through the list of them. Like, I like
It's
the
not like
idea,
the-
but holy,
You want to rank the jerseys?
they're all really similar. Like they.
Well, I mean, the Miami one is a playoff like of the
Okay.
their like city one. Where
Yeah.
it's I don't
It's
mind
just
it.
there's so much pink.
District, Rip City, and Houston look exactly alike.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's go through them. Boston,
I do
normal.
like Toronto's. Boston's
The Cavs one is
different
sweet.
colors.
The Cavs one is
Yeah, I like that.
sweet. Have you seen the Cavs one? The orange and blue one. That's their city one.
Yeah.
With the court, it's one of the
Looks nice.
nicest looking things I've seen.
Their team sucks.
Pacers fine. Miami.
Pacers
eh.
just looks like a Pacers jersey.
Bucks I'm
Milwaukee's-
fine with.
I like the Harley logo above the Bucks like that. It's kind of funny.
Philadelphia, it's just a white version of the alternate that they
It's
released.
just boring.
Raptors, it's a red version of the OVOs, which is sick.
It looks nice.
Washington's
Washington's-
fine.
Washington kind of looks like a practice jersey.
It kind of looks like the Capitals, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, it does.
Very, very
Yeah.
similar.
So basically, they have a white version of that one for their city one also.
Golden State's.
I don't like Golden State. I don't get it.
I don't really understand what they got going on there.
I like
they have,
Houston's.
They have that, and then they have the one with like the Asian writing on it too.
Well, because it's a big Asian market.
Kind of weird though.
I didn't
Either
mind the one
way.
last night. Like it's
I
fine.
didn't, which one?
Maybe
was
it
that?
is this
Was it
one.
the Navy one? I didn't see it last night.
No, it's nice.
Okay. I didn't see it.
Houston's I like.
Looks good.
New Orleans I like. New Orleans killing the jersey.
Minnesota.
Minnesota's is like the white version of their like purple rain uniforms.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that one too. OKC, fine, whatever. I swear they had that jersey.
I was gonna
before.
say, did they not use that like last year?
Portland, eh.
It
I've
kind of
seen
looks
it.
like.
I like the Spurs one. It's like a white camo version of like the
Yeah,
camo
that's
ones they
sick.
used to have. I don't mind it. I don't like how the numbers
Oh,
are.
I don't like that.
The Jazz ones, I want them to bring back the old Jazz ones. Like the Stockton Malone ones. Those ones are
Okay.
sweet. The purple ones.
Yeah.
Those are sweet. Even like the Darren Williams ones were cool. So,
Really, realistically, there's not many misses.
No.
You know, I
That's
almost
good.
mistook that Jazz one as the Supersonics because that color
Yeah.
scheme is really, really
Mhm.
similar.
hmm
Yeah, they're good.
So either way, Raptors should have a Christmas game. Do you guys have takeaways from the actual game?
I didn't catch.
I mean,
enough
they
to
did
go
it all
over.
without Kawhi. I mean, that's huge.
That's big. It's big. So
Uh-oh,
the
here
Raptors-
It comes. Here it comes.
it's great. These wins are huge in the season, but like I don't care, man. Like they're gonna win these. The Warriors pack it in until the playoffs, anyways. Like they don't show up.
The part that like sucks for me is like no one's gonna let the Raptors like enjoy what they're doing. And like could the Raptors slip up in the playoffs? Yeah, it's warranted though. Like Boston's a really good team.
Yeah.
Philly's a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine if you lose those games. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you should beat Philly at this point. They dominate them every time they're out there.
I mean Jimmy
Ben
Butler,
Simmons can't
Jimmy
figure out
Butler
what to
always
do with
kills
the
the
ball.
Raptors.
Yeah, Ben Simmons has 18
Yeah,
turnovers and
Ben
15
Simmons
points. Like
sucks against the Raptors.
if you can shut him down, you should be able to win a series.
Which like the Raptors actually still match up incredibly
Yeah.
good with them.
so I don't.
Because it's like put Pascal Siakam on Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I think if you lose a series to the Sixers, that's a pretty big fail.
Yeah.
Like that's
I
gonna
don't know, but they have okay. So rank out of the 6 best players in that series, rank them. 1 Joel Embiid, 1 Kawhi Leonard,
Mm-hmm.
2 Joel Embiid, 2 Joel Embiid,
Jimmy Butler 3.
3 Jimmy Butler,
Ben,
4.
I'd say Ben
4
Simmons 4.
No, I wouldn't. Ben Simmons is
Against every other team, I'd say Ben Simmons
I think
4.
Ben Simmons might be last.
Really?
I mean, Siakam's been
Who?
great.
You're not going to put Siakam ahead
Put
of Ben
Siakam
Simmons.
at 4.
I might
No.
put him over Lowry.
I would say
Lowry's been
Lowry's
bad.
going to play a more
Lowry
vital role.
killed the
He
last
had a
2
good-
games. He's killed.
Yeah, but before that, he was bad.
Well, I mean,
That's a long stretch to be that bad.
I think points can't define Kyle Lowry this year.
No.
Like it's true that him as a distributor, like think about how many buckets he creates for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it like 60% of Serge's points?
Probably.
Come from Lowry or something like that?
Probably.
I don't
And
know. if that
Serge,
number's
like
changed.
his elbow jumper, I fucking love when he takes that
Yep.
shot. I used to hate it. I'm like, what are you doing? But I think I'm as confident in like Serge taking that stupid elbow jumper as I am in like DeRozan when he took mid ranges, where it's like, all right, I hate that you're taking that shot, but I know it's going in.
Yeah. So then who do you have 4, 5, 6?
Lowry
4.
Yeah.
Lowry.
Ben Simmons on talent. Ben Simmons on talent is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but so Ben Simmons and then Pascal Siakam is 6.
Okay.
I don't think
that's fair.
I don't think there's much to be like. Ben Simmons, he's off this year. I don't know what it is, because people are talking about he's not a great fit with Philly because him, Jimmy Butler, and Joel Embiid all need the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, even Embiid was talking about like
I've
a
been
different
shit,
offense. Yeah. I'm not happy, but whatever.
I've been garbage since
I've
Jimmy
been garbage.
came.
Like he was.
I love Joel Embiid.
He's honest.
One day we should like draft like the top personalities in sports.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yes,
definitely. And then like
definitely.
create a team.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be like Conor McGregor first round.
I was gonna say across all sports we're going.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That would be huge.
It'd be fun. It'd be so much fun.
Coaches included.
Oh yeah. We should do that one.
That's creative central right there.
It is. We'd really have to get into that. Any other takeaways, Raptors?
I just think the game doesn't matter, man. Like,
I
I think you got to see the Raptors in the playoffs, and it like I know Kawhi's a playoff performer. He's won himself a Finals MVP, but like he's gonna have to make a huge difference in order to get them to even play against the Warriors in the finals.
I don't think the Raptors get swept by the Warriors. Is there a weird? I think there's a weird alternate reality where like Kyle Lowry like turns it on and for like a sick playoff run, and he just can't miss.
He's never done it though.
Here's an extreme hot take. The Raptors sweep the Golden State
Shut the
Warriors
fuck
in 4 games. Uneducated opinion right there.
Wrong.
Well, I think we mentioned last podcast. There's a chance the Raptors could do it, but it's like Golden State imploding on themselves.
Yeah, I just think Kyle's never shown playoff potential.
If they screw themselves with,
last year he was
Cousins.
good, and DeRozan was garbage, right?
Yeah, but he was good. He wasn't Kyle Lowry, but he was good. He just wasn't as bad as he normally is.
Right.
So it's just like you're gonna have to get a whole new level out of Kyle Lowry that you've never seen in the playoffs.
Well, I think that's what you're kind of hoping for with him being in this new role, where it's not as taxing on himself, that he can afford him, some rest and stuff.
Are they ever gonna cut the story between him and Masai? Like they keep hounding him about it and like
it's like they don't have to be buddy.
No, exactly. Like who cares, man? Like just let it go.
And I think it's kind of a front too, where it's like Lowry doesn't want to get too close to anyone now.
Yeah.
But I think there's mutual respect for both of them there.
Yeah.
It's like Masai's gonna win Executive of the Year no matter what.
Yeah. I think Lowry knows he did the right move, but it sucks because he's losing his best friend, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And it's brutal. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else? NBA?
I don't think so.
No.
Not much. There's not really anything going on around the league that I know of. It's probably something glaring that we're missing, but whatever. Probably. It's not a big deal. Let's move on to. You gonna go baseball?
Sure. Let's do it.
So the Jays released Tulo.
Yeah. 2 years, $38 million. It was really 34, and then $4 million buyout for the third year.
Okay.
That's what the deal was.
It's a lot of money, man. I agree that like Tulo doesn't really have a spot in this team, but if you're gonna pay him $38 million to probably play against you, that's a lot of money. He can go sign a league minimum literally anywhere and be making $38 million for the next 2 years.
I mean, I think it's two things. One, they didn't want Tulo. They didn't really have a spot for him, and
they don't. But
they would have been playing him to recoup some value.
But do you not have to do that at this point?
No, because say you play him and he stinks.
Fine.
And anyways,
you're gonna suck anyways.
No. But say you play him.
Yeah.
He stinks.
Mm-hmm.
You release him anyways.
Mm-hmm. Less money.
Wasted 2 months. No, not less money.
You're gonna.
Not less money, because if he stinks, then why would any team want him?
That's not the point. You could release him for less at that point.
No, it's not.
Who's gonna pick
you still got a little bit of value out of that couple million that you made.
No, but that's not the point. So that little bit that you're gonna play him, like the 2 month sample size. Yeah. That's 2 months where other guys.
At least he's playing.
That's 2 months where other guys can be playing.
Do you really?
You got to see Lordy. You got to see Lordy's play. I think he's the starting shortstop next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Next
else?
year?
Who else is?
Apparently, they're trying to bring someone else in.
Yeah, a vet.
The talk right now.
Which I'm fine with.
I saw Jose Iglesias' name. I like Jose Iglesias just because he's entertaining. He's not great.
He's just like an average. Like when I think of average guy, I think of Jose Iglesias. Great glove, average
great
hitter.
defense. Not a great hitter.
Average hitter.
Yeah.
He's like what, two?
He's a serviceable guy. It's fun to watch.
He's a good average guy.
He does some cool things in the field.
Yep.
He makes some highlight reel plays, and that's fun to watch in a season where we're probably going to suck for.
Exactly. I wouldn't be opposed to
you just want to keep your young guys playing then at that point, like Gurriel.
Exactly.
I think so.
Yeah,
but
just for the sake of getting them some starts.
Tulo just didn't have. So it's kind of like the Josh Levo situation.
There's no more.
There's no.
for this guy.
I think you do right by the player.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Does this guy have anything else lined up? Like, can you see this guy on anybody else's team?
Oakland's one right now. They're talking like
seriously.
It's like $550,000 a year or something.
Like, did this guy not get misdiagnosed twice in this only like?
No. It was the heel spur.
The heel spur, and then like
the year before it was his ankle. Like he's hurt every year.
I think
even in Colorado.
I don't know if. Okay, if Joe Mauer is a Hall of Famer, then Tulo's a Hall of Famer.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's two different situations.
I don't.
Because Joe Mauer wasn't hurt his entire career.
Joe Mauer only played catcher for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, but he was one of the best in the game to do it at the time.
Okay, so was Tulo.
Tulo's great, but he's been hurt in almost every one of his seasons.
Okay,
I don't think he's played.
If you're telling me I could have had Tulo or Joe Mauer, I'm taking Tulo.
Yeah, he's a shortstop. That's a premier spot, and he was one of the best to
catcher,
do it.
But I mean, he was only a generational catcher for realistically like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but he
and then he just went down to an average, like a 300 hitter that hit like 15 bombs a year.
So,
which like when you're getting paid $20 million.
Tulo's career high in games played was 155.
And what did he do that year?
In 2007.
Yeah.
And what did he do in that year?
He hit 291,
not bad.
24 homers, 99 RBIs.
Not bad.
His best season was 2011, I'll say.
105 RBI. Yeah.
Well, he hit 340 in 2014. Which is unbelievable, but he only played in 91 games.
Yep, I remember that year.
Like, he's put up huge numbers, but he's never, for starters, he played at Coors Field. It kind of offsets everything. And he's never played consistent games. Like, he played 155 one year, he played 151, but then like he's got a 143. Other than that, he's never really played over 130 games.
Okay, but I would so from 2007, 2009 he was hurt, or 2008 he was hurt. So 07, 09, 10, 11, 13 I would count, and 14 he was a 5-win player. Joe Mauer. So how many years is that? I didn't even count.
7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just me that
6
sees
years.
this, right? Like, as soon as you hit 2015, like, you know, the 315 to like 280 batting average
couldn't figure it out.
Flopped.
Yeah.
But
he hasn't played games. He's played 31 2016 and 32 in 2017. Like, he just hasn't been on the field.
No, he played 131.
They're like Mauer and Tulo are very similar players.
God.
When you look at it. 1, 2.
I just don't. I think they're similar players, but like, I think the voters are going to take into account that the fact that he played at Coors Field in all of these incredible seasons.
I agree.
And Joe Mauer's playing in Minnesota as a catcher, and he's still putting up ridiculous numbers at bat.
I mean, it wasn't ridiculous like bombs.
Was he hitting before Cargo or after Cargo in that lineup?
Before. Cargo was hitting 4, right?
And Cargo was always hurt, right?
Cargo was hurt every now and then. He wasn't.
I feel like it was like always the second half of the year or something. Cargo would get hurt.
Yeah. That's a team that just could never put it together, man. Like, they have some incredible talent, but
like, you think of a better righty-lefty combo in their prime if they were healthy than Tulo and Cargo. I wouldn't.
Nothing better.
Cargo's got the sweetest swing.
It's just so smooth. Cargo was kind of healthy.
Is Cargo done?
He's not signed anywhere this year, is he?
Was he signed anywhere last year?
Last year he played with Colorado.
How old is he?
This year, he's 33. Wow, he's not even that old.
He's not that old. Tulo's
He's not that old.
34. He's 33. I mean,
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's not signing anywhere this year. Last year, he hit 276 last year. So 16 home runs.
All right, but no one gives a shit about.
He's not good.
About Cargo.
Yeah.
Look,
I
think we all get like Tulo moving on from Tulo.
Yeah,
honestly,
I get it. It's a lot of money to pay a guy to play against you.
Which like, I don't think. Who cares if he plays against you? Like that's the standpoint I'm at. But
the thing with Tulo is what 31, 30, 32.
Mm-hmm.
he's 30.
There's still a chance he comes back around, and if he does, and you're paying him $38 million to do it elsewhere, it kind of sucks.
Tulo's 34.
34?
Yeah.
Okay, so he might have 2 more years in him if he stays healthy, which is not a good thing for him.
Okay, but right now, like your team's kind of set if you're the Blue Jays. If you look at it in a way, you got McKinney in left, Lordy's at shortstop, Smoke at first, Kendry's DH, Grichuk in right, Pilar at center, Drury at third, Travis at second,
Drury at third for a few weeks until Vlad comes up.
I don't know if they'll rush it again.
I think they really like Drury.
Yeah, and he'll move to 2 and take Travis's spot because
Travis is going to be.
You don't do?
I still believe in Travis. Man.
I love Travis with all my heart, but the guy has not shown anything in 3 years.
Yeah.
Man. He's had his chances.
He had
like last year was a bad year. Other than that, I think he's fine. Like
he's had his chances, man, and he hasn't done anything with it. Last year, it's been injuries have been an issue for so long.
Year.
Last year he was healthy and he couldn't do it.
I think Travis is like the perfect one or two hitter.
In an ideal world where he's healthy and he's hitting his 300 that he used
his rookie year when he did all that, sure.
Like in his rookie year, his second year, he was like Brian Dozier.
But he hasn't been that.
He hasn't even come close.
Last year he was healthy and he wasn't even close.
He got like the DFA right away, like to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Did he not?
He spent time in AAA. He spent time in AAA.
Not DFA, but he got sent down.
He got sent down. He spent time in AAA because he just couldn't hack.
He couldn't hit.
No, I think he was like conserving himself so that he didn't
get hurt.
Exactly, that's what I think it was.
You can't have that. You can't play worried like that.
So then on the bench you have Russ Martin. They're trading Russ.
You think?
Yeah.
I've heard there's buyers on Russ, but like
they take some salary. That's fine.
It doesn't matter this season. You can take it.
Yeah.
He's a good backup catcher. He can play third.
So I don't know if you guys know like the scouting scale for baseball.
I know
it's like
number system.
So like 50 is average.
Yeah.
You can get like a 50 or even like a 45 level player.
Yeah.
For Russell Martin, do it any day. I think that's like a no doubter. Like why wouldn't you do it? Then you have Richard Urania as your infield utility guy, and Teoscar Hernandez on your bench. But I think I'd rather Teoscar than Randall. Something wrong with your mic?
Yeah, it was it went on mute and then it came off, and I think it's fine, but it's
fucking
weird. Yeah.
We'll see. You want to take a pause?
No, it's good. I think it's back.
Okay.
It was just went a little off for a second.
You want to talk about Stroman Sanchez?
Yeah. I don't think Stroman has a value that. I don't think now's the time to trade Stroman. Basically, what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think you got to take a chance. He's still got number 1, number 2 stuff.
I don't think he's the number 1.
No, but he's still got the potential. No, probably not. But on this team,
could it be a 2?
Yeah, I'd give him 2 status. I think he has the potential to be a 2, but right now he's a 3-4 at best, especially after last season.
I think he's a 3 right now.
He had a bad year, man.
People love
ERA was almost 5.
People love Marcus Stroman.
ERA
people also hate Marcus Stroman.
5.54.
He's got that attitude that a lot of teams don't like.
No, but I think it's you hate him if he's not on your team.
Right, but he's not on any other team's team right now.
There's a reason
he's on
why
ours.
Teams have interest in him.
He's electric.
He's got that personality
where he galvanizes guys around.
Yeah.
The rumor was that Cincinnati was in on Sonny Gray and Marcus Stroman. And Sonny Gray apparently has trade value, which is a joke, because they asked for
bad. He had a tough end to last year.
Yeah, and they asked for a really good prospect, and since he didn't laugh them out, so I'm thinking if they could ask for Sonny Gray for Taylor Trammell, I'm like, okay, I would do Marcus Stroman for Taylor Trammell, who is Cincinnati's second best prospect and the number 17 prospect in baseball. The kid's like a 5-tool guy. He's very similar to like Anthony Alford, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But he's like actually performed, where Alfred's like just tools.
Mm-hmm.
Like and Trammell actually performs in like the futures game and stuff, and and other games like that. I think you'd be a sick piece to add to the team, and I think you do that trade all day and twice on Sundays if you could get Trammell in a deal. I wouldn't trade him for. So if I'm looking at Cincinnati's like top prospects, Nick Senzel they're not going to give up. He's the 6th best prospect according to MLB.com. Hunter Green's their 3rd, but he was like taken 2nd in the draft in 2017. The kid's got electric stuff. Him and Stroman are actually cool. He's got a wicked fastball. He throws like 101. I'd do that any day.
Just have you seen Stroman's numbers, man?
Mm-hmm.
They've been
garble.
Yeah, they were not good last year.
And
like,
yet,
granted, he wasn't healthy. He only got in 102 innings, but like his ERA was 5.54.
Hold on, I'm not saying trade him and not get like value for him. I think somehow he's got his value, like he's pitching great.
If you can get a decent deal for him, then I get it. But like right now, I don't think his value is where it should be.
If you're getting a top 50 prospect for him,
do you think it's worth their while to maybe play out a couple months? Hopefully he plays well,
I think
and then you can maybe turn that 50.
I think it's a deadline move, I think.
I don't want it to turn into another like Donaldson where...
Yeah, you don't want to risk injury and then you're basically just waiting there.
Yeah. It's tough with him too, right? Because he's been hurt in multiple seasons.
Well, that's the
and
thing.
he's had the blister issue for Sanchez is even worse.
Yeah.
At this point, Sanchez is a tough story to talk about too, because that guy hasn't stayed healthy and he's pitched what?
Sanchez pitched 105 innings. Stroman pitched 102 at this point.
Sanchez got in 105 last year?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's surprising.
I wouldn't have given him more than Stroman.
No.
I don't even remember seeing him pitch last year.
Like at this point, they were both like unhealthy. Like who's got more value at this point?
But Sanchez is back-to-back years where he hasn't pitched.
These blisters.
Yeah. The problem with him is he doesn't fight through it.
If you're gonna re-sign one of the guys, it's gonna be Stroman, obviously.
You think?
I would sign Stroman over Sanchez.
Oh, any day. I'm not negotiating with Scott Boras.
No.
Scott
Boras has fucked baseball over.
Yeah.
But
he's been a dick to the Blue Jays, so like, why would they?
So.
And also, like,
141.
I can't trust him.
141 innings in 2 years for Sanchez.
Yeah, I can't trust him. It's a stupid blister.
Yeah. He doesn't pitch through it.
No. I mean, like
Stroman.
I get it.
Like, I understand.
I get it. It's just like, how can't we find like a fix for it?
If he's not a Boris client, he's probably pitching through most of it. But if he goes out there and he pitches like average, he doesn't pitch the way Sanchez can, then his numbers are going to look like shit. He's not going to make as much money. Boris doesn't make as much money.
Do you think he has that big of a bearing where he says, "No, you're not playing until you're 100%"?
Yeah, I think Scott Boris has a lot of.
Yeah, he's got a lot of sway. The Jays should look at shopping Ken Giles, Tepera.
Ken Giles is young enough that he might stick around.
Ken Giles, I mean, like, I don't know how many more years he has left on his deal, but if I think you start Ken Giles as your closer next year.
Yeah.
And if he goes back on like that hot streak that he had last year.
I was going to say, he looked interesting last year.
You can absolutely get like a sick prospect for him at the deadline.
Was it? He went like.
Wasn't he perfect on saves?
I was gonna say, wasn't it like it was something stupid like 18?
I think
it
was
19,
except for like one.
Yeah, near the end.
Yeah.
But he had when he wasn't in save opportunities, he sucked.
Yeah.
Big time. So he's arbitration eligible after this season.
For how many more years?
Or after next season, this season, right now, and then the one after that, 2021, he becomes a UFA.
Yeah. So I think.
So into his age 30 season, he's a UFA.
Yeah, like I think this year it's you play guys for half the year, and then trade deadline you sell, restock the farm, so that next year when like, so after June or something, after May, Vlad's up and everything, but the guys that you're trading for are like pieces around him for next year and potentially the years after.
So like Dallas Keuchel.
Like
That's my favorite. I think Jays, that'd be so fun.
I think the Jays got to like go for the worst record in the league. I'm pissed that they didn't do that last year, Like
It's
you're
one of those
sitting at
things you don't really
10
do in
and
baseball.
11.
You got to do the vintage Astros 100 loss seasons.
Yeah, like it's clearly worked.
For who?
The Astros.
Okay, yeah, they did that for like 8 years. I don't want to be that bad for 8 years, especially in the Toronto market, man.
Not like for the sake. I get what you're saying. Like for the sake of keeping Vladdy on a competitive team.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to do 8 years, but like before he comes up.
Like the last 2 years, we've been like 10th. We're gonna be 10th.
We've been hovering.
I think they kind of screwed up.
They should have tanked 2 years ago. Yes, but now they're in the spot that they can't tank down to the worst record.
Because he's basically ready. It's either this or next year that he's gonna be an everyday player.
He's an everyday player in May.
Yeah.
In April, but he's not gonna.
He won't be until
they're gonna wait. But...
Service clock bullshit.
Yeah, but like whatever. And then Bo's gonna be up next year. I don't think there's a need to rush him this year.
You think Biggio comes up within the next 2 years or no?
I think Biggio might be up before Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because Biggio's like 24 already. He is. Yeah, he's gonna turn 24. So.
What do you think they do with Reed Foley?
I think he's a starter.
Think he starts the year with the Jade? Like
yeah,
you have to.
Right now, the projected rotation is Stroman, Sanchez, Baraki, Reed Foley, Pannone. I like Pannone as like I don't like him as a 5. I like him as like a long man out of the pen. But like he was sick for the Jays.
Yeah. Baraki was good for.
Baraki is sick.
Yeah.
He really does he pitches like Mark Burley.
Yeah.
Reed Foley is like, he's a wild card. He's kind of like the starting pitching version of Ken Giles.
Yeah, like he has potential to be incredible, and then he has potential to just
for sure
get out.
It's either we can go like 7 innings of like 2 runs, or we can go like
1 inning of 8 runs.
Yeah, I was gonna give him 2.
Yeah,
but it's like more like 1 and like 2/3.
Yeah,
like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much to look at there.
Anything else happened for?
Gosh.
Oh, today's the Rule 5 draft.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Jays are gonna take someone, which they should, because like capitalize on as many things,
what's his name there?
As many opportunities as you can.
Biagini was a Rule 5 guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it happened.
I would take multiple guys because I think they have 38 guys on their 40-man roster.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're only gonna take one because it only makes sense to, because they're gonna try to sign other guys, right?
Yeah. What else happened in the
Kutch? That's a fine deal.
Interesting move. He went to Philly, right?
Yeah.
I think Philly's going for it. I don't know if Kutch helps that, but
do you think that makes them out on Harper?
No.
No?
No. Who else do they have in the outfield?
But what if
Reese
So I saw Mark DeRosa talking about it on MLB Network, and it was like, you don't sign Machado or Harper, you trade for Marcus Stroman. That was his master plan, and you wait till 2020 and sign Mike Trout.
Oh, okay.
And bring him back
Philly
home.
boy, yeah.
Jersey, Philly, close enough.
Philly fan, anyway.
Yeah. But Kutch isn't like in a projected lineup. They have Cesar Hernandez, Gene Segura, McCutchen,
Odubel Herrera,
Hoskins, Williams, Franco, Herrera.
They are not deep in the outfield, man.
No.
Williams in right field. Harper's better than him any day of the week.
Obviously.
I'd rather have him in center over Odubel, to be honest. But
like their lineup, I guess it's Cesar and Segura. They're just like, they're good contact hitters, but nothing.
Franco hits for power. Reese Hoskins is sick.
Franco's garbage. Franco, they want to move on from. Yeah. I would think. Would you rather them sign Machado or Harper?
If I'm Philly?
Yeah.
I think they went after Segura so they don't have to go get Machado, because they kind of short up the infield a bit.
Well, I think you play Machado at third because like he signed his contract. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that lineup would be kind of filthy if you could add either one of them though. Like you get Kutch hitting 2, Harper, Machado hitting 3, and then Hoskins hitting 4.
Yeah, like it really changes the whole dynamic of their team.
Their pitching staff is filthy. Like, come on.
Nola, Arrieta, Pivetta, Velasquez, Alfline.
Yeah. Dude, Velasquez is a 2-3 starter on any other team.
No, he's not. Not on a championship team.
Because championship teams nowadays have 4 aces.
Okay.
Look at the Red Sox.
Yep.
Okay, Nola, Cy Young guy.
Arrieta has a Cy Young.
No, he's not.
He has one under his belt.
Yes, but he's not that.
He's not what he was, but he was good last year.
I don't know if he's a 2.
He's still a 2.
I don't think so. I think like ever
A
since
high end
last year,
3, low end 2 at this point.
Sure.
Like it depends on the team.
He went.
Sure, but I don't know if Pavetta's a 3. If he's like a 3-4, Velasquez is like a 3-4, and Elfline's 4-5.
Pavetta last year was 7-14 with a 4.77 ERA. So I mean,
4.77 ERA.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks. Not great.
Nothing else. Oh, the Rays.
Yeah.
Charlie Morton. That's a weird move. I don't understand it from the Rays' perspective. Morton was really good
last year, right?
Yeah, but they don't have money, and they're not going to compete in this division.
I think that the goal is wild card, right?
Right, but if that's your goal, is it worth it? Why don't you sign younger guys?
Well, look at that lineup. It's not bad. Kiermaier, Tommy Pham, Joey Wendell, Jim Montjoy.
So they're going for the wild.
It's not good, dude.
It's not great. I don't know. I love the Tommy Pham pickup. I thought that was a steal.
Yeah, that's big.
But that was a steal.
It's not going to make you contend with the Red Sox or the Yankees.
No, obviously. But that rotation, it's not bad. That's pretty bad.
It's not good, dude.
It's like Snell and that's it.
Mm-hmm. The bullpen's okay. They still run bullpen starts, and it's kind of interesting, but they're not.
But how? Okay, so what was the contract? 2 years.
$35 million.
No, it was that
something
much?
like that. Like it was a lot.
I thought it was a 3rd-year vesting included with it.
Maybe, but it's a lot of money. They're apparently rumored to be after Real Muto too. Which is weird because they just traded for Zunino.
Yeah, the contract's fine with Morton. Like 2 years, 50, so $50 million a year. That's fine.
Look at their payroll, man. It's not that high. Like that doubles their payroll.
You could always trade them, right?
Sure. But why make that move if you're just going to trade them?
I don't get it. Are they Tampa's always not?
I don't think they know what they're doing.
Tampa's always a competitive team.
They signed this guy, but did they not just trade Archer during the season last year?
Yeah, they're still lost.
Yeah, but Archer was absolutely trash for Pittsburgh.
But he was good for Tampa.
In total,
Jesus,
6-8, 4.31 ERA, 148 innings pitched. Statistically not his worst season. Actually, yeah. Aside from his rookie, yeah, it's probably his worst season.
Yeah,
it's pretty garbage. Actually, never mind.
So their total payroll last year was $68 million, and they signed Morton for $15 a year. It's a good chunk of the cap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just a strange move to me for something that really doesn't make you that much better. Like it makes you better for sure, but it doesn't. They're not going to. They're not
anybody in that division.
They're not going to get any higher than they were last year with that move. What's the point? They look like the Nats.
No, they don't.
They blew it. No, they don't. They don't have the ceiling the Nats have.
No, they also didn't give a guy $150 million.
Yeah, just to let Harper walk and trade Roark and great move. Love it. Go Nats. You want to move on from baseball? There's really.
Yeah, there's not much else.
All right.
All right, we have a little game.
Yeah.
Right now,
there's a lot
quarterback position's weird in the NFL.
There is a lot of talk on the quarterback position.
Like, there's so many quarterbacks in the NFL right now. So we want to have this one game where you got to pick who's the best quarterback for one game, like to win one game.
You get one game, one quarterback. Who are you using?
One drive to score, and one play to win.
Yeah.
We're gonna go around, and we're gonna say who we would have. I'll start with one game, and the guy to win one game for me is Thomas Brady.
Really? Eh?
No doubt.
I doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not my pick.
Yeah.
I'm going Drew Brees over Tom Brady in one game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go Drew Brees.
I'd go Tom Brady.
Tom Brady just
Just wins.
Yeah, a lot of guys just win. Tom Brady just also has a damn good coach.
I kind of think like I get my team with it, because like it's just tough because you think Brady and you bring the whole New England system with him, and they just find a way to win any time. It's like they're like the Alabama of the NFL.
Yeah.
And you just expect them to win, which is why like when something on Sunday happens, it's so weird.
Yeah, we want to talk about that?
Shout out to Kendon Drake. Let's go. Pride of Alabama. Built by Bama. Let's go.
I'm kind of like tied between Breeze and Brady. I don't know. Like I'm in the middle here because both of them have the ring. They both are clutch when they need
Brady
to
has 5.
Okay, but right now, like this season, we're talking right now.
It's 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
He's got 5.
He's got 5.
But like right now, this season, Drew Brees has 31 TDs and only 4 interceptions.
Yeah, he's good.
So like, if I want somebody right now,
there may also be a handful of people screaming about Pat Mahomes, but I don't think Pat Mahomes is in the same stratosphere as either one of them.
If he does it on a more consistent, like it's his first year, if he
Pat
does
Mahomes,
it, give him a couple years. If he continues to do this, he's in that category.
Mahomes is the second most talented quarterback in the NFL.
I think he wins MVP this year.
Who's more talented than him?
We'll see.
Oh, okay. Let's not spoil. That's right.
Wow.
All right, Mauro, who's your one? So
my one game, I'm gonna side with Breeze for this one.
I just think Breeze.
You guys are wrong. All right, one
he's
drive.
A better quarterback.
One drive to win the game.
One drive.
Who you guys going?
Fuck. That one I might go Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Tom Brady can just surgically get himself downfield with 5-yard passes, and it's just fucking
dink and dunk.
He goes.
Surgical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't miss.
Mauro?
I'm gonna go off the board with 2008 Eli Manning. I'm kidding. If I'm gonna take somebody right now, I'm probably gonna take Mahomes this year. One drive. One drive because he's got the legs. He can move.
Yeah, he's also dangerously accurate.
What do you mean?
Aaron Rodgers.
No, see, I have Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is too predictable of a quarterback.
Too predictable of a quarterback. Yeah, I'm gonna sling this goddamn ball.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna roll right and then sling this ball all the way down
for my one play.
I have Aaron Rodgers in my one.
He's my one.
I have Tom Brady's.
But if I'm trying to get
way. Brady doesn't have the arm.
Well, it depends on where it is. If it's on the goal line, I want Tom.
It's not on the goal line. Everyone knows it's not from the goal line.
What do you mean? One play from where? We're talking one game.
My second for one play would be Pat Mahomes. Because he has the arm.
Okay, but where are we doing? One play from my own 20 or one
No, one play from the 50-yard line.
Oh, okay. Well, that's got to be clarified. Then it's obviously not Tom Brady.
Sling it, Baker. No, it's definitely not Tom Brady. No. I think the one drive, Rodgers is good, but I just don't think he doesn't drive downfield the way Tom Brady does.
Of the 2 Hail Marys.
Yeah,
he should be
that's
both.
The one play.
So we should have a separate category for the one heave downfield for a 70-yard catch.
Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback that we've ever seen. Period. End of story. I don't think it's a competition. Tom Brady's the best, quarterback from the sense he's
wins. Not athletic like Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has every goddamn tool.
Yes, for sure.
Like if you want a prototype of a quarterback, it's
Alex Smith, Joe Flacco,
Kirk Cousins,
Blake Bortles,
Super Bowl winning Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
He's another one that if I had to choose somebody to heave it downfield, it's probably going to be him.
Yeah, I see Lamar Jackson starting on Sunday.
I mean, he's been starting, hasn't he?
No, this is his first time they've started him over Flacco.
Didn't he get
over Flacco?
Yeah.
No, but they've been starting him all this time, though.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Flacco's been starting.
It's only been like the last 2 games.
Yeah, obviously.
Flacco's
been injured, though.
Yeah, and now they're just going
to... Now they made the choice.
Yeah. I mean, they should.
Yeah, for sure.
So your one drive guy, Rodgers. You're saying who?
I said Mahomes.
I would argue...
Or I don't hate the Mahomes 2008 Eli.
I still think...
For one play or one drive?
No, one drive. Just because Mahomes has looked like he's been stupid accurate. Which is he makes throws that nobody else can make.
Oh my God, the no-look pass to Tyreek Hill, come on.
It's incredible. So, I mean, I still put Aaron Rodgers over him.
You like that?
It hurts me
You like that?
No.
I just, yeah.
I think
All right,
Aaron
who's your one play guy? It's Rodgers as well.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Well, I might change my mind now because is this one play from the goal line or is this
No, this is
if
one
it's
play.
one play from
Say
the
you-
50,
If
then
it's
it's
one
not
play from the goal
Tom
line,
Brady.
Tom
Tom
got the
Brady
ball
sneak-
at
If it's one
midfield.
play from the goal line,
Okay,
it's Tom Brady
that's
sneaking up the
different.
field.
Yes, then it's not.
You got
If
the
it's from
ball.
the 50, yeah, I'll go with Aaron Rodgers. Sure.
I don't think that's an arguable point. Like
What?
if you need someone to get it downfield in one play, Aaron Rodgers is the guy. He's done it his entire career.
100%.
It's not just like arm strength. It's like ball placement. It's,
Yeah,
Well,
just
the ability to extend the play, Aaron Rodgers for sure. Like if the pocket's collapsing and you need
Well,
extra time, it's him.
But like this year, because Rodgers is, I still think he's not healthy,
He doesn't look good. this year.
No, he's not healthy.
and yet he's still.
He carries the team, man. What is it?
It's
Like
crazy.
he can't play every single position.
I think he might be the most talent. I think he is the most talented quarterback ever. Like, what can he do?
What can't he
Didn't
do?
anymore.
Yeah,
He can't.
it's
Okay,
crazy.
well, he
only
can't
when-
rush the
Yeah.
ball
That's
like a running back. He can't catch the ball like a receiver because that's basically what everything that the Green Bay Packers need right now.
Mhm.
It's just he can't be at 3 different spots on the field at once.
Yeah, he's had some. Good
Other
teams
than that,
since
yeah,
then,
there's
though.
nothing he can't do.
He's had some good teams in between this year and.
And
his
that,
last
and
win. He
during
just
those
hasn't
things,
put it
during
together.
those seasons, he's a perennial threat and an MVP candidate. But
Yeah.
like this year, they got nothing
Well,
showing.
Equanimous St. Brown doesn't do it for you. What are you saying?
Equanimous St. Brown,
It's Equanimous.
Equanimous. That's
Equilateral
still-
St. Brown.
That whole family. If you look into that family, it's nuts.
who's the other one?
The
Marquez
dad- the
Valdez
dad's like-
Scantling's another
The
one. they
dad
got.
is like Mr. Olympia and stuff.
Wow.
The brother is a 5-star at USC.
So they're
Amon
okay.
Ross St. Brown. They
So-
all
So they're okay.
sit-
They're,
oh,
they're athletic.
the mom was also yoked. or
They're nothing
something.
like Steven Adams' family though.
No, like
All 45 of them
Yeah.
are athletes, but
I mean, the best athlete of all is Philip Rivers and his. I think him
you
and
think
his
the
wife-
Chargers have a chance?
Their defense is good.
Like I didn't really think anything of it until I've seen like the Rams lose and
Well, we'll know
the
tonight.
Saints lose and
Tonight's the big one. It's Mahomes versus the Chargers. I mean,
Yeah.
this is going to be a statement game. Either they come up and
but
they
if
say
it
we're
ends
for
up
real.
close
and-
game goes down to the wire, like that doesn't really say anything.
Well, it depends on if Melvin Gordon's playing. Because if Melvin Gordon's not playing tonight and they still keep it close, then yeah, hell for sure.
I don't know. The Chargers have been like
They're underrated.
no. The Chargers are the team every year that you're like, oh, how aren't they good? And then they end up just blowing it.
Yeah.
Where I'm
They've
like,
never been good.
Yeah, I'm kind of like lover scorned by them.
Yeah.
They're like the Raptors, for fuck's sake. Like
Yeah.
You think
The
of them
Chargers
as a
have been
good team,
bad
but then
in
they
the
always
season,
seem to
though,
blow
like-
it.
that's
Yeah.
true.
It's not like they've ever given anyone hope.
Yeah, but they should be good. That's the problem.
They give people preseason. They're like the Oilers.
Yeah.
They're you think they're good coming into the season. It's just like, oh, what the hell
All right.
happened here?
Let's go through NFL teams. Could they win the Super Bowl? Saints.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yes,
as
but
long
their
as you have
defense-
Drew
their
Brees on
defense-
your roster, yes.
Okay,
Like
yes.
that's not an argument.
Chiefs. Yes.
No Kareem Hunt now.
I'd like to see
I think-
Mahomes as a playoff quarterback before you make a judgment on that. It's a different
Okay,
game.
hold on. You got to look at the East. Could they not be the Patriots? If it's an Arrowhead, yeah.
They already
Well,
lost. to
they have the
Patriots this
thing.
year.
The Patriots have
In
the
Arrowhead?
I don't
tiebreaker.
I don't know where it was.
It wasn't an
No?
Arrowhead. I don't think so.
So maybe.
Could they beat the Chargers? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Texans,
But could the Chargers beat
Texans,
them?
I don't
Yes.
believe are for real, but
Texans?
Dude, Deshaun Watson's good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Deshaun.
Oh, I know
started
Deshaun
slow.
Watson is good. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, man. I know Deshaun Watson's good.
He looked
I
good
still
there
don't think
too.
they're for
Yeah.
real.
Rams, could they win the title? Yeah.
They're my.
I
they're my-
would have
they're
said
my
yes.
number one.
Last week.
I think their defense is kind of just biding their time right now because
Mhm.
they're like
Waiting
they're just fucking off right now. Like that defense is way too good to be giving up
I
as
think
many
the great
points as
thing
they
about the
do.
NFL this year is like the Patriots aren't great.
Yeah.
They're
So
not above everybody
everyone
else.
There's,
feels-
everyone has a chance,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
they're
Like,
still the Patriots in one seat.
there's like
in
a
the
top.
playoffs.
There's a top tier. It's
They've won
Okay.
Super Bowls when they haven't been great.
okay. So here's my tier of who could win: Saints, Chiefs, Rams, Patriots, Chargers. Not the Bears.
Yes, the Bears.
You don't think the
Can't
Bears?
win the title.
You don't think the Bears could do it?
Why not?
Did you see what they just did to the Rams offense?
No, I didn't. Watch
Yeah,
Todd
no.
Gurley went for 27 yards.
He got bottled up. He had like
Wasn't
only
even-
50
I don't
yards.
trust Mitch Trubisky.
But you don't have to trust Mitch Trubisky.
You don't need that.
Because
Their
Tariq
defense-
Cohen's going to throw touchdowns like
That's
he
true.
did.
Yeah, Tariq Cohen I love him. He's a
Either way,
choice.
their defense is filthy.
Okay.
Okay, but in the playoffs,
Yeah.
the Rams are going to have a better record. Who do you trust? I'm betting on the Rams.
Dude, the Rams scored 6 points.
Nobody knows enough about
They
the
couldn't
Bears.
even put up a touchdown.
I'm still trusting them. It wasn't in Chicago.
I can look it up, but I don't know. Either way, man, like
I don't know. I don't think Sean McVay's gonna have 2 bad games. Also, I saw
He'll remember
some
that
tweet.
one.
Yeah, I saw some tweet. Is Sean McVay gonna remember the plays from this game? Because he's got like the
Crazy.
photographic memory.
Unbelievable.
You're
There's that
saying
video I
the
sent you on
Saints.
Instagram.
Okay, who's better, Seattle or Dallas? Can Dallas win a
Fuck, I
title?
got asked this yesterday.
Can Dallas win a title?
I
They're
got
doing all
asked the
this
same
without
question
Sean
like
Lee
2
right
days
now.
ago. I don't know. Like, they have the weapons.
I don't trust Dak Prescott.
But Amari Cooper's been
That's the
everything
thing.
that Des Bryant.
I know, but if every
and more.
Yeah.
1 out of every 5 drives they have, if he's gonna fumble the football, how are you supposed to get the ball into Cooper's hands?
Yeah, but in terms of trios in the NFL,
Zeke, Dak, and Amari Cooper.
I'd take
other than Drew Brees,
Tom.
Kamara Thomas, yeah.
What do you call it?
I mean,
Mahomes, Hill, and
Mahomes.
Kelsey.
That was like
Yeah,
a
right.
quad. That was a quad.
Yeah, there was a
Mahomes,
fourth man in
Yeah,
Kelsey.
yeah, we talked about this last
like-
week.
Yeah.
That one by far, but now it's
It's
Spencer
I mean,
Ware,
they're
it's
a
not gonna
3
be-
now, and
Mhm.
they're still pretty
Well,
good.
Pittsburgh.
There's just no run game.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh,
Connor.
Roethlisberger, and Brown. Well, they're
And-
a
No,
4
they're
man
still
too,
quad.
right?
They're still quad.
That's what I
Juju's
mean.
fucking
Juju.
unreal. I love him.
I said this last week. They just like James Conner's not like
He's not.
elite level running back yet.
I think he is.
I think he's got a chance.
No, I think he's a top 10 running back.
So
It's
Yeah.
more. They play more of a system, so you think of him as more of a guy who's just a filler guy.
I think he's like
But
he's
he's
a Melvin
got
Gordon
talent.
level player
Yeah, I'm with him.
because of the Pittsburgh system.
He just
It's open.
fits that system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can do what he can catch balls to the backfield. He can run through holes.
Yeah.
Power runner.
Back to that. Who's better?
Dallas, Seattle.
I'd take Dallas.
I
know.
don't know, man.
That's a toss. It's a toss. It's
Like in that game,
tight.
I put money on Russell Wilson.
That's what I was just about to say. Russ is a better quarterback. He's more versatile.
Mm-hmm.
I just.
But did you see what that Dallas defense did to Drew Brees?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're good. I don't know. I think they
And
have
this
a
is all
chance.
without their best player, Sean Lee. Like Van Der Esch has stepped up and been
Their
huge.
linebacker core might be one of the best.
And
in
I'm
the
pretty sure
NFL.
Van Der Esch is like 21 years old. He's
Yeah,
lighting up the
he's a
league.
rookie.
Isn't Sean Lee like 50?
Dude, Sean Lee, retire. You're the Troy Tulowitzki
Yeah.
of the NFL.
But when he's playing, he's good.
Oh, thanks. So's Troy Tulowitzki.
Not anymore. I don't
No,
know.
but
I think.
Van Der Esch has been like.
Do you think Dallas has a
Best
chance to win it?
No. But can they win a first round matchup? Probably.
Sure.
Hold on. Can Dallas beat Chicago?
No.
Mm,
That
Depends
I-
which Chicago
Khalil
shows
Mack.
up.
Buddy,
Yeah.
do you want to talk to me about Khalil Mack? Let me pull up something.
Oh, this is where you met him.
Yeah.
Guy thinks he's a
Have
hero.
I showed you this?
I think so. The picture is
I
it
don't
the
think
is that the one at the airport?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't know, man. Like Chicago, they're good.
people don't give.
I don't.
A
I
look
think
at
they
their
could shut down that
offense.
offense in a heartbeat. But Trubisky, you never know. The guy could come
You
up
just
and
don't give Trubisky a ball.
No.
I don't
It's
know.
like Blake
That's my thing.
Bortles.
I don't trust them to score points.
Their defense
You
will
don't have
score
to
the
when they
points
only
for
give
them.
up
Don't
6.
worry. Hey, Cody Parkey's gonna get all the field goals in the world that he
Cody
wants
Parkey.
because their defense is gonna intercept.
Cody Parkey couldn't
fumble
cut it in
recover,
Miami.
everything.
How's he gonna cut?
Do you
How's he
think-
gonna cut it there?
You think Pittsburgh has a chance?
Their defense hasn't been bad. I mean, that's what it comes down to. It's just who's gonna get stops. All these offenses are so unreal. It just depends on which defense has the ability to step up. Like all it takes is a big play or even a score,
Uh-huh.
and it's just which one's gonna do it.
Man, how bad has Carolina been for the past 6
Oh.
weeks?
And
Oh,
McCaffrey's
man.
been sick.
McCaffrey
Feels so
is
bad.
like lights out, getting
it's
2
incredible.
touchdowns every single week.
Both
But
sides.
other than that, what have they done? Not really much.
Cam's been bad. The defense can't shut anyone down. The O-line is terrible.
Mhm.
Cam gets hit so much.
Well, that's what you get
It's
when
just
you pay like Matt
painful.
Khalil who was garbage already. You pay him like a top level left tackle.
They were 6-2 when New Orleans was 7-1. They're now 6-7.
Not a big deal.
There it is. Khalil.
Not a big
Dude, you were
deal.
like 7.
I know. It was a bad
Jesus.
look. And earlier that trip, I had such a good look. This was 2014, 4 years ago.
Khalil Mack.
Carson Wentz is out, eh?
Yeah,
Is
Not
he?
like it matters,
back injury.
For how long?
I don't know. They just said he's definitely not playing this week.
Really?
That's gonna help the Cowboys solidify the division.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I thought the Giants had a real shot.
Didn't they win again last week?
Yeah, 40 points. 40-point spot up against.
They could finish
division
8-8,
rival.
right?
I think they
That's
could take it. They're only a game and a half, I think, out of the wild card right now.
They need a miracle, but they have a chance.
Hey, they have a
So you're
man
saying
named
there's a
Saquon.
It's bad.
I thought this was going to be a joke season for them, but I mean,
It still
Mike Green's
is.
hurt? What the hell?
That's pretty much. Do you think Houston could win it?
no.
Yeah.
I think with Deshaun Watson, I think they have a
I
chance.
think Deshaun Watson's got, like... It sucks because Dabo Sweeney compared Deshaun Watson to Jordan. And, like, he kind of was in college.
Yeah,
And I believe, like, he has that it factor. He's similar to, like, Russell Wilson.
he
in
just
that
wins.
sense.
I don't know, but I just
Exactly.
don't trust Bill O'Brien. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like, Watson's great. Like, he has the ability, like, top 5 QB. Like, athleticism and everything. But it's just, I just don't trust Bill O'Brien running that whole team. Like, it's probably going to take, like, 2 touchdowns from the defense.
I don't know, but I think of, like, Watt, Clowney,
Yeah.
Merciless,
Yeah.
like...
Jonathan Joseph. They're all really good
secondary
players.
guys. Tyrann Mathieu, like...
Oh, for sure.
They've got players where I'm like, they can make a run because like they have one of the best wide receivers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
The running game's effective. Deshaun Watson can run. Deshaun Watson can throw.
He can win.
Bad offensive line.
Yeah.
But there's a chance. Like I could see them. Could they upset a team like the Patriots?
Yeah,
Patriots have like chinks in the armory, you know.
they just lost to Miami.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. For real.
That was a huge play. I was crying.
Yeah, that was rough.
Do you want to move on to hockey, or you got
Yeah,
anything
let's
else
do
for
that.
football?
We're
So-
gonna run half an hour.
So
on
you
hockey then.
didn't see Tippett's suspension, eh?
No.
So originally the
Explain who Owen Tippett is.
Owen Tippett plays for the Mississauga Steelheads in
Shout
the
out.
OHL.
Shout out to the Paramount Fine Food Center.
I'm
Yep,
pretty sure he's a Florida draft pick.
yep.
So this
27.
is a great reason as to why the OHL is still a joke, by the way.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how it happened, but they had these foam pucks, and he took one of the foam pucks and he flipped it into the crowd to a kid.
Yeah, oh, I know what
And
you're talking about.
the suspension for flipping a puck into the crowd is supposed to be 5 games, I think.
Something, yeah.
Was
So-
this like pre-game?
Don't know if it was pre-game or post-game, but it was something. I don't even know. Either way, it was into the crowd to a kid, so they gave him a suspension. What they originally said was because it wasn't a real puck, they're going to give him 1 game because it was just a foam puck and it was whatever. But then apparently the OHL went back on that and they said, no, it's a 5-game suspension and he's out for 5 games for flipping a foam puck into the crowd.
Why?
But if
What
he
the-
picks it up and he flips it over the glass in his hand, it's nothing. But because he flipped it with his stick, it's a 5-game suspension.
Why?
I don't know. It's just an OHL rule that if you flip a puck into the stands, it's a 5-game suspension.
That makes no sense.
None whatsoever.
I'm not a fan of that
It's a
rule
joke.
No, that's
whatsoever.
It's ridiculous. Like the OHL just can't do anything right.
Yeah, there's not much to add to it. It's just
No.
a stupid I
Let
don't
the
know how you
kids
can
have
ration-
fun. Like, I don't know.
like who's going to your games anyways?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
don't know.
goddamn
Make it
OHL.
make it an experience
Especially
for
in
the,
Mississauga.
for
Oh,
the
I get
people there.
I get a puck from the best player on the team.
Yeah. Oh,
Th-
NHL draft pick.
Yeah.
This kid's gonna be
And
something.
like this kid's probably like, wow, I just cost like, well, probably not thinking anything because
No.
they're like,
what am I doing?
But like,
Yeah.
why?
Either way, you're making a kid's day with this foam puck, and you're gonna suspend Tippett 5 games for it.
exactly.
Just stupid.
It's like, oh, you're suspended for being a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's
they're-
what
And
it
then
is.
like that like ties into the whole thing about like hockey players having no personality.
You're
That's
not
the
allowed
thing,
to.
like, players get such a bad rub, like when they're caught on camera completely ignoring a kid.
No, they get a bad rub.
Yeah.
Tough
Fuck,
time.
we're
They're
marinating
massaged.
meat tonight.
I don't know, like they get
Bad
They-
rap is
they
what
get-
you're looking
Here's my
for.
Carolina rub.
they get a bad rap
barbecue.
by when they're caught on camera completely ignoring kids.
Yeah.
And then,
You can't
you
have
acknowledge
it. You can't
acknow-
have it both ways.
No, you
you
gotta
see
pick.
Carey Price doing a thing after the game for the kid, and he gave him the stick.
Yeah,
Great.
there's a bunch of that.
He gets shed huge spotlight on him. Great for the game, and then Owen Tippett does this. Oh yeah, suspension.
It's the OHL. It's a joke. It's a
Come
stupid league.
Whatever.
I've been over this. I can rant every time we do this, but it's stupid.
Oh, we got a big rant I see here on the agenda. You
Do you,
take it.
do you want to?
Wait, what is it? I don't even...
This is your setup.
Is it my setup?
Yeah, it is. And
All right.
I'd like to take this on too, so
All
I
right.
had some things to say.
So, me and Brant are in a fantasy hockey league against each other. It's him and his group of friends. And Brant made a trade with someone.
Great
with
trade.
the worst team in the league, which I don't think you should be allowed to do.
I smell collusion.
I do too.
Fuck both of you.
Brant is trading Kyle Palmieri, having a good year.
Great year. Thank you very
Playing
much.
on a
Wow.
line with Taylor Hall. You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
Man
Hart
Rocket.
trophy.
Man
giving-
Rocket first,
he's
Hard
helping.
Trophy second.
Yeah.
Pull up this line.
Look at those
Sorry.
DSL lips, you know? And he gets back from the worst team in the league, Jamie Benn. And Brant
It's a
believes
fucking
that it's
fair
a
deal.
fair trade.
How is it not?
How
is it not
think
this
it's
season?
redonkulous.
How is it not fair
I
this season?
smell collusion.
How is it not fair this season? It's not a keeper league.
It's not. No,
I
but
don't
that's
hang
not,
on to Ben any longer than this year. Jamie
The
Ben
variables are in place.
No.
Radulov missed time. Klingberg has missed significant time.
Okay, when Radulov missed time, they put Jamie Benn with Tyler Seguin.
That's like me saying, let's trade Sergei Bobrovsky or Connor Hellebuck
For William Nylander, which you did the week before.
That's not my fault.
Get off my back.
That's not my fault that the guy just dropped Nylander after he had like an 8-point game with getting 2 assists. That's not my fault. He's an idiot.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault that the kid I traded with.
If Klingberg...
Yes, it is,
man.
because
No.
it's clearly the guy's giving up on the league.
That I
Okay, if
disagree.
Klingberg was playing...
Either
the
way,
full
Second
month-
round
I
pick,
don't.
he was the
I don't know
12th
how you
pick in
can.
the
I don't
goddamn
know how you
draft.
can say this. It's not a fair deal.
If Klingberg played the last
So-
full month, Jamie Benn would have 10 more points.
No more points than he had. 10 more points, my ass.
How much in
They don't even play on the same line.
On that
Klingberg is
power-
a
you're telling me that
first-round
on that
pick.
power
Plays all
play.
the time.
You're telling me on that power play, the guy who logs 30
Klingberg's
minutes,
the
like
best
25
fantasy
minutes a
defenseman.
night.
Dude, what's his name? Heiskanen's been.
Okay, I
almost
love
as good as
Heiskin
Heiskanen.
is not
He's
John Klingberg.
No, he's not. But he's not going to get him 10 less points.
I think
Like
so.
all their work is done up front on that power play.
No.
Yes,
They
it
need
is,
somebody
man.
to carry the puck.
Yeah,
in. Are you
by
kidding
Jamie
me?
Benn.
Are you going to tell me Morgan Riley carries the Leaf power play?
He's a significant piece to
But
it.
does he carry the Leaf power
He
play?
doesn't carry it, but
Mitch
he...
Marner carries
So
the lead.
what
But
you're
if
telling
Morgan
me,
Riley
Dallas
misses
doesn't carry
time-
them?
Hold on, Morgan Riley's the second most important guy in the Leafs power play.
Wrong.
Who? Austin Matthews?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Austin Matthews just sits there and snipes.
Mitch Marner is
yeah.
probably the most important.
Mitch Marner's
Mitch Marner's
first.
the quarterback.
It's-
Matthews
it's-
gets the puck 80%
It's
of the
Marner
time.
and Riley up on the dots, and they're just.
And Riley just
The-
hands it to Marner.
Who gets the
No.
who plays the puck the most on a power play? It's the two guys at the point.
Yeah.
And it works its way around,
Yeah.
and then eventually an
Riley
open
literally,
shot
Riley's
comes.
there to keep the puck in to get it to Marner every time.
How
Okay.
many times would Klingberg get a power
Where
play
did
assist?
where did Kyle Palmieri go in our draft?
I don't know.
He's
I
He
probably
don't
a
didn't.
pay
waiver
attention.
He
pickup.
didn't.
He didn't. I picked him up.
You're telling me that it's a fair trade to get
So-
a waiver pickup?
Forget where he was drafted, man.
That's
It
part of
it
the
literally
thing.
does not matter.
Yes, it
Yes,
It
it
does
does.
not matter. He's
Yes,
It's
putting
value.
up. He's putting up more points than Jamie Benn this year, and he's going
Okay,
to project to do the same thing because he's
He's
playing
gonna
with Taylor Hall all year.
Projections
Okay, so
are
then don't
jack
trade him.
Shit, but
Don't trade him.
I don't have room for him. I have so many right wingers
so how did you find room for Jamie Benn? If he's
because I
always
need a
good?
centerman.
He's
He
a
plays
left
center
winger.
and left wing in the league.
I know that he's a Yahoo center
He's
left wing. but
exactly.
he
I
plays
need a
left wing.
centerman or a left winger, and I don't need any more right wingers because I have Tom Wilson scoring 0.9 goals a game, and I have
I don't
Landeskog sitting
understand how you
10th in
can
the league.
rationalize that's a fair trade.
That is not a fair
Because
trade.
their numbers are almost identical this year.
Almost.
Mark Stone for Jamie Benn is a fair trade. Mark Stone
It's an ugly
Mark Stone
trade.
is 23rd in the league.
It's an
You didn't
ugly
offer Stone
trade,
for
but
Ben,
it's
though. You
better
offered
than
Stone for
Kyle
Kuz.
Palmieri. Because I like Mark Stone. He's a point per game player.
Fact.
But you're telling me Kyle Palmieri, who's the beneficiary of playing with Taylor Hall, and I'm going to say it proudly.
With Taylor Hall all year. I don't care if he benefits
Okay, but he was playing with Taylor Hall last year.
And for some of it.
No, it was the whole year.
Either way, man, he's going to benefit. He's going to continue to score. He's on a tear this year.
So you're going to tell me.
Show me the numbers at the end of the year.
You're tell me.
And then when Jamie Benn passes Kyle Palmieri, we'll talk.
He doesn't, because Jamie Benn has been not Jamie Benn for the past 3 years.
Yeah, not Jamie Benn for the last year.
Look at his numbers, man.
Jamie Benn scored 80 points last year, 79 or something.
It was
I'm
under 80.
That.
It was 78 or 79.
That's
not Jamie Benn numbers, man. Jamie Benn
82 games, 79 points.
Thank you.
The year before that, 2016-17, 77 games played, 69 points.
Nice.
2 years before.
That's nice.
That's nice.
82 points, 82 games. 89 points.
More than a point per game
2014-15, 82 games, 87 points.
More than a point per game player. He hasn't been Jamie Benn since those 2 years.
What do you mean?
He's under a point per game in his last 2 years.
Oh my God, he was under a point per game by 3 points. Oh no!
That's
what a travesty!
The sky is falling.
What a
The sky is
Jamie Benn has led the league in points.
Palmieri's
multiple
never
years.
even had over 60 points.
He's not. You're
Palmieri-
missing
Let's see what
the
Palmieri
point. This
is.
is not. I'm not trading Palmieri's past seasons. I'm trading Palmieri this season, who's been one of the best in up until this point.
No, he hasn't.
He's been one of the better
best.
goal scorers in the league.
Kyle Palmieri has 27 points, which is not
He's
as
got
much
16
as Jamie
goals.
Benn. Okay,
16 goals, 11 assists.
okay, so
Goals count for more points.
I understand that, but Kyle Palmieri still has nowhere near the same amount of fantasy value as Jamie Benn.
They literally have.
That's fleece central.
He has more fantasy points this year.
You didn't answer the question.
What's the
fantasy value?
Fantasy
He has more
value.
fantasy points.
Fantasy
That's not
points
fantasy-
and fantasy value are two different things.
Because
You
you're
know
trying
it.
To argue, you're trying to argue that the only reason you're trading him is because you don't have a spot for him.
I don't have room for. He's been sitting on my bench for a month.
Who has more potential to finish the season with more points?
On past performance, Jamie Benn, yes,
Thank you.
but that's not the point.
All right, you want to bet that Jamie Benn's not going to have more points significantly? Like, I mean,
They finished within 5.
Within 5 points.
I think they finished within 5
Oh
points.
my
All right, let's do
Lord.
this. Wait, healthy.
Yeah. No, if one of them gets hurt, then it's a wash.
All right. Because we can't even project it. But
5.
They finished within 5 points of each other.
Points of each other.
what are we saying, like, injuries wise? Like 10 games if they don't play?
No, I just think if they get hurt, it gets fucked anyways, because then it's.
Has Ben
Assuming
been-
they both
No,
play the most
31
amount of games
and-
possible for the
Yeah.
the remaining amount of games in the season.
Kyle Palmieri's played less games, but I think that just might be because New Jersey hasn't played as much.
New Jersey hasn't played as many games, I believe. Gosh, Kyle Palmieri for
Good
Jamie
podcasting. Make noise.
31.
That's Fleece Central.
31-29.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So they played every game. They finished within 5, I promise. They're not going to finish that far off. Palmieri's not going to
I
fall
can't
off the
wait
face
to
of the
see
earth.
the headlines or a score article where it says the Surging Stars win 5 in a row or
Stars are
something of
not
that
gonna
sort.
Surge, man. Like, they're not going to be any better than they are now. They've
With-
been surging.
They've been surging
They've
with.
been surging. They've
Can
been
you give
winning
me a-
more.
Can you give me an exact
without
time frame
Klingberg.
you want to tie?
As soon as Klingberg got hurt, they started surging.
So once he comes back,
They might go back to what they were before.
oh please.
Okay, hold on. So last year, Kyle Palmieri in 62 games,
Had 44 points.
44 points.
That's gross. Like gross isn't a
Sorry,
bad gross.
on that, what'd you say?
I multiplied that out.
Palmieri, what?
On a
La-
point per game basis.
Point per game
Yeah,
basis.
Mm-hmm.
And if you played all 82, it would be 58.
that's cute.
That's last year. I'm not.
Dude.
Oh, that's last year when Taylor Hall had his MVP season. That's last year.
Jeez, come on.
That was when Taylor Hall was at his best. Come
He's
on.
on his line.
Taylor Hall wasn't even the fucking MVP of that year.
Oh, don't get all your
Oh.
panties in the fucking
It's an
wine,
Eastern
alright?
bias.
Nate
We're
Max
ta-
sucks.
Nate Max, the
Sucks.
Hart Trophy. Nate Max, my 2018 Hart Trophy winner.
Sucks.
That's the way it's gonna be. Let's
I don't
move
know.
on from this bullshit because I'm 2 against 1 here, and then there's no way I come out of this.
Can we talk
Blue
about
Jays selected
someone that
Elvis?
nobody's going to know?
Elvis Luciano pitched
you know
in
him?
rookie ball last year. He's only 18.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? They're going to bring an 18-year-old? How is that even possible?
How's he in a Rule 5 draft?
And he's 18.
Whose system did he come out of? Is that known?
I don't know.
What's this guy's name? Elvis?
Elvis Luciano.
I want to pull this up. Okay, so there's a lot of talk about what Marner's going to get, right?
I think he was...
Kansas City.
Focus up. There's a lot of talk on Marner, right?
Yeah.
What he's
going
to come. Yeah, because I'm tired of arguing about this.
We're good with
5 points. They within.
So we got
5 points fantasy or 5 points?
No, like actual points.
Actual points.
Goals and assists. I'm happy we've come to some sort of realization that we've got a bet in place now.
Wait. 5 points or within
15 fantasy points.
Sure.
Yeah. Fine. I
was gonna say 20, but I'll take 15.
I got confidence. Okay, so Marner's season. So he's got 6 goals, 35 assists for 41 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through the stats. There's one player that's not too far behind him who's also, or he's a UFA this year.
Matthew Tkachuk.
No.
UFA?
Okay, wait,
UFA.
Let's guess.
I'll give you the numbers.
No, okay, fine.
She's got 5 goals, 33 assists for 38 points.
That's Marner's numbers? Or that's
No, this is the comparable for me.
All right.
Wheeler?
It is Blake Wheeler.
No, but didn't Wheeler sign?
Yeah,
he signed.
Did he extend?
Yeah, Wheeler
What did he extend for then?
That's boring. I thought it was like a young player.
I thought Blake... when did he extend?
Before the season.
I think he's got an extension. Yeah.
I think they gave him like 6 or 7 months. 5-year extension. There you go. Right before the season.
How much did they give him?
8.
I'm checking that now. 5-year, 41. That's just over 8.
So, do you put Marner worth Blake Wheeler?
Yeah.
Worth
do you put him more than Blake Wheeler?
No.
In terms of what? Fantasy, or are we talking straight?
Just cash, like because you're gonna have to pay Marner at the end of the
I
year.
think
He's worth more, the same to a little bit more.
Can I mention Elvis?
Yeah, go ahead.
Elvis was the 23rd ranked in Kansas City's system.
That's not bad.
Which, I mean, for a Rule 5 guy.
They won't. Yeah, they won't hang on to him though.
He's 18.
Yeah, they'll take him back.
It's wild.
He doesn't stay the year with the Jays.
2 straight years that the Jays have taken from Kansas City. Last year was that reliever also.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was garbage.
So, I don't know, man. Do you think is Marner worth more than Blake Wheeler to you?
So I think
same
they're
position,
very comparable players.
Same position, same almost identical point numbers.
But okay, so the difference is
Marner's
got
a kid.
toughness and Marner's got
speed. It's different. It's a different style.
Exactly. They're both
playmakers.
They play the same.
They play the same where both of them hold the puck on the power play and they do the through the seam pass. It's gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was watching one of the highlights. Wheeler made like that unreal pass through the seam, hits Scheifele for a goal. Marner's the exact same way.
Yeah.
He's tinier in build. Wheeler's big in build.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exact same style, but like.
But how much
different.
more?
It's weird.
I know Marner's 21.
The Blue Jays got Jordan Romano taken by the White Sox.
Not a big deal.
Good Canadian kid.
Marner's 21, and I get that. Wheeler's 30.
30.
31.
He was 86, so he'll be 32.
So what I've said is
86.
I base
he is
Marner's
32
next
now.
contract off of Rantanen.
Do you though? They're not comparables.
Yes, they are.
It's tough to compare that because Rantanen's out there with. I don't want to say it, but he's out there with the best player in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Marner's not.
Well, he's one of them.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, yeah, right. One of the probable Hart Trophy winner.
Yeah, what do you think Rantanen's going to get then? Assuming he continues for what it's going to be.
He's going to get paid, but I don't.
Season.
What's he on pace for, man? Like he's on pace for more than that.
More than 100 points, obviously. But that being said, is he going to make more than what? 10 million? I can't see that.
I wouldn't put it by them.
Kucherov just got like 9.
Yeah, but Kucherov gave him the biggest sweetheart deal you can get. I still can't believe he signed that deal. That's a joke.
No tax.
Yeah. The guy was
a
Hart Trophy candidate for most of last year, and he was, second in the league in points? Third in the league in points?
Second
and
he
signed for next to nothing because there's no tax, and he can do it.
Gotta love Tampa, Florida.
Stupid.
Nashville.
Rantanen's got 52
Dallas,
points in 31 games.
Tax, which is bullshit.
52 points in 31 games. What is that per game? I don't have a calculator.
Points. 52.
52 and what?
divided
52
by
and 31.
31
Is
is
Rantanen?
.67. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Times 82.
Mhm.
He's on
140?
he's on pace for 137 points.
Mm.
That's pretty good math in my head.
That's pretty close.
Jeez.
So 137 points. That kid's gonna make bank. If I don't think he
They're not
finishes.
going to hit.
Even if he hits
130.
120, man.
I think
I'd love to see any player hit 110, and in today's
At
NHL.
most, I think Rantanen gets 9.
I think he gets more than that, dude.
How?
If he
How can you
wins the Art
justify
Ross
that?
this year,
How can you justify it?
so he had 84 points last year.
I think Rantanen goes into Nylander territory next year.
They're not even comparable.
No.
not
Sorry. I mean like contract dispute. Like
Oh,
sitting,
yeah.
Oh, maybe.
sitting out.
No, Joe Sakic's too smart. He'll
They need him, man. Like
No, I know.
to compete, they need him. Yeah, so he's got to make more than. I need to plug this in. He needs more than 9, man.
I think
He's gonna potentially win the Art
It's so
Ross.
tough with like comparables for Marner.
Yeah.
I think you look at like Matthew Tkachuk.
The Avalanche have 11 million in cap room.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to sign
A lot. There's a
Nico.
lot of free agents.
Tyson Berry in a year.
Miko for sure.
There's like
And then
7 this
Kerfoot
season.
and
a
Comfort are
lot.
not going to make much.
No.
Zadorov's not. No, actually,
Zadorov's
they have.
gone. Zordov's gone. Zadorov's
Oh,
gone.
they got
He's gone now.
Varlamov off the
They're
books
trading.
this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they've got to
They're
pay.
gonna need a goalie.
They got Grubauer.
No,
I think Grubauer can. They're not going to pay another
Varlamov's
goalie.
the starter.
I mean, he's gonna. Okay, McKinnon's at 6.3 until 2024.
What a fucking.
That's a
steal.
steal. So they're gonna pay Rantanen 10 million.
Yes.
I think it's
You can't give
anywhere
me.
between
You can't pull that argument.
8.5 to 9.5.
You can't justify it. There's no way.
Yes, you can because it's like saying, what do you call it? You can't give Nylander more than Pasternak. It's the same thing. Like, what do you call it? McKinnon should be making more than what he's making. McKinnon should be making more than Tavares in the grand scheme of things. And you can't just look at it and be like, well, we're only paying him this much, so we're not going to pay you that much. Like, it's not how it works.
Whoa! We got a trade. Edwin Encarnacion to the
What?
To the. Guess the team.
I know.
Phillies.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Astros.
AL.
AL.
Astros.
Seattle Mariners. Who
What?
just had like a controversy of Latino players.
Wait,
And they-
why?
Yeah.
Aren't they blowing it up?
I don't know.
Who did they trade?
Carlos Santana.
They just picked up from Philly for
Uh-huh.
Segura.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
For Edwin.
That's it?
I think so.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, that's stupid, but
Yeah.
all right. Either way, Rantanen's
Got a lot of news.
Joe
Sakic.
Sakic's.
Rantanen's
Joe Sakic's
trending
gonna-
upward, man. Like he goes 84 points last year. He's gonna easily
He's gonna
surpass
beat
that this
that.
year. He deserves more than Marner's gonna get. Yeah,
He
like
deserves
a
more.
lot more than Marner's gonna
Not-
get.
He'll get just shy of 10. I feel.
I think he
That's-
gets at least 10.
Who else is making more than 10 in NHL right now?
I'll pull it up, but
I don't think he's worth 10 million just because of what McKinnon's making. I feel like he'll get 9 million. That's justifiable, I think, for both. Like Joe
So-
Sakic's brilliant. He fleeced Ottawa.
is Mikko
A
Rantanen
win
is
for
Mikko
the-
Rantanen Jack Eichel?
What's Eichel,
Yeah.
11?
10.
10?
Yeah.
I'd say he's
I think
at
he's
least
just
Jack
shy.
Eichel,
I think he's just shy.
which would be great to hear if you guys can agree with that because you both fucking put him below him, but that's okay.
Yeah, he's Jack Eichel.
He's a centerman. Centerman make more.
Doesn't matter, man.
He's going to get 9.5 or 9.75.
I gotta change the year.
Joe
to next year.
Sakic is not going to put all his eggs into one basket, even though, like you're going to have, what, 6.3 and 9.7? You're
Is
going to
it
have
bad,
basically
like-
17 between two players.
Who on Colorado other than the first line is good? Tyson Berry, that's it.
Tyson Yost.
No, he's not good.
Tyson
Come on.
Yost.
He's not
Yost
good.
puts up decent
Carl
numbers.
Soderberg is making 4.7.
That team sucks other than that first line.
They rely heavily on their first line.
The team sucks.
Jost is good. He's
How many teams in the NHL right now are one-line teams? The Bruins,
Mm-hmm.
the Avalanche.
But the Bruins at least have players on their back end.
Tyson Jost is
Chara.
20 years old.
Still Chara.
He's hurt. Tyson Jost is 20 years
Charlie
old.
McAvoy.
His career high in points is
Charlie
22.
McAvoy.
cut.
Just came back.
Brandon Carlo.
I mean, yeah, they have a solid decor.
John
Don't get me
Moore.
wrong, but I mean, okay. Eric Johnson, Tyson Berry, Ian Cole, Patrick Nemeth, Zadorov, and
that
Girard.
contract's bad too.
Ian Cole?
Ian Cole, 4.25. I love him because he won a couple cups in Pittsburgh and he played a huge part, but he's not worth 4.25.
Can you guys give up Pittsburgh? God damn it!
They're
What
sick.
the fuck?
They're sick. So there is
Jesus
1, 2,
Christ! Sniff
3, 4,
Sidney
5,
Crosby's
6,
jockstrap
7,
some more.
8. There's
My God.
8 people in the league making more than $10 million.
Who?
Kopitar, Eichel,
I love Kopitar.
technically Nylander this year.
That doesn't count.
That's his cap hit.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Carey Price, Jonathan Taves, Patrick Kane, John Tavares, Connor McDavid.
Okay. So McDavid.
He's not McDavid. He doesn't get anywhere near 12.5.
It's not just points.
He
though, like, it's
might
what-
be John Tavares.
Doesn't play center.
Centermen have too valuable
It's
of a
so
role.
stupid.
Tavares is the second line center.
I would take. Okay, listen to this. I would
What-
take Braden Point over Mikko Rantanen.
You're wrong. That's okay.
You'd take Braden Point over. Yeah, I'm with you.
because he does
Patrick
more.
Kane.
I take
Is-
Braden Point over Patrick Kane.
Would you take Mikko Rantanen over Patrick Kane?
Patrick Kane's doing
Patrick
it by
Kane
himself.
signed
Patrick
this
Kane's
deal.
doing it by himself.
Patrick Kane signed this deal how many years ago?
Patrick Kane's playing with Dylan Strome and
But he has
Artem Anisimov
Yeah.
is on that line too.
come on.
Kane signed this deal in 2015-16, and he got 10-5. That was a lot of $1 million
Sure.
on the cap ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to tell me that Rantanen's not worth 10 this year
Nope.
when the cap goes up?
9.7.
Okay, sorry.
You're wrong.
I do believe he does. He's worth it. I don't believe that he can get to that number as an RFA unless he gets offer sheeted.
No, because Matthews can hit that
Three
number.
team trade. What?
The whole thing with Matthews is that he's going to get more than Tavares. So that then
Jake
Rantanen
Bowers
can
has
get...
been traded from Tampa Bay to Cleveland. What the hell is this trade?
Oh, in that thing?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
What kind
Figure that out in a bit
Yeah.
once it's finalized.
All right. So
No. Yeah, because Matthews is going to get... The whole thing with him is that they might pay him more than Tavares on his entry-level deal.
which I'm fine with. Like,
Right, so then Rantanen can
just
make
go
more
to
than 10.
go to Austin. Be like, all right, what's Tavares making?
11. 12. 11?
11.
Let's click
11
it.
flat.
I think it's 11.
Go
The
to
cap
Austin.
hits 11. The salary is 15.9.
Go to Austin.
Mhm.
11 and a half. 11.534.
12.
12?
So I think 12 would
Wait,
be the
what?
number.
I know. I go to him. I'm like, look,
I go to him.
it
with
would help
12.
us a lot if you could take 500,000 as a discount. I know that you could make, if you want to go to free agency and make $15 million a year and set a big precedent and sign an offer sheet with someone else like
He's
Arizona
not-
or something.
No one's going to pay that
Hold
offer sheet, man.
on.
Yeah.
So you explain to him like you can do that.
Yeah.
You can get $3 million
It's not going to
more
happen, but yeah.
But the
and play in
experience-
Arizona.
Yeah.
But we're still gonna match it, and you're still gonna be here.
If
But it would be in your best interest for
For
us
this-
going forward if you could take less, because then we could fit Marner,
For
and
the
then we can
sake
get
of keeping
another
the
piece.
core.
Also, we could keep capping in.
It
like,
keeps them competitive and
If
allows them to
Marner can
build,
get
yeah.
under 9, and if Matthews can
which I
get
think he should.
under 12, then the Leafs are fine.
I think Marner's number at 9 is fair. Just looking at Blake Wheeler's numbers.
What's the? I've been telling you this. What is Draisaitl's contract?
8.5, I
Bad.
believe.
Bad.
Peter Chiarelli. Gotta
Do
love him.
that. Do
Bad.
that.
It's a bad A5.
For Marner, I start at Nylander.
You can
I-
start, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what I
going to
mean.
get anywhere
Start.
close.
You start. Okay.
He's
what's
going to laugh
Nylander
in your
again?
face. He wants
6'9"?
10, man. Huh?
He's
Nylander
6'9".
6.9.
Shout out to Takashi.
Yeah. He's got a nice contract.
Yeah, nice.
But his cap hits 10-2 this year. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't-
6.9 next year.
Yeah, it's
Marner wants 10. Like he was coming in at before the season at 10.
Well, if he hits 100 points, it's going to help his cause. but-
Exactly. So like you don't get him anywhere near
and
Nylander.
you know what I tell him? You don't score goals.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He
but
puts
nobody
up.
else scores the goals if he's not on
He's
the
giving
ice.
John Tavares career high numbers.
Tap in after tap in after tap in on
Yeah.
the power play.
It's like 80% of John Tavares goals this year have been tap-ins.
I suck and I could score on that power play.
Yeah.
Mitch Marner's going to find me some way, somehow.
All you gotta do is
tap
stay
it
in
in, I'll
front of
probably
he's
still miss.
He's a wizard on
Yeah. So he probably deserves 10 after the season, but
For the sake of keeping everybody else on the team and being able to add another piece moving forward, everybody's got to take a pay cut.
but it's not gonna happen.
It's just a matter of how much everybody's willing
Because
to
I would
take.
tell Austin, like, okay, that $500,000 is going to make a difference when Morgan Riley's a free agent.
4 years
But on a
from now,
5-year
3 years from now.
contract or whatever,
But that's-
however long it
The window
is,
the
that's
window
like $3
ends
million.
when he leaves.
When who leaves?
When Riley leaves.
Hey, don't forget that you said within the next 2 years that Austin Matthews is going to be not in the Leafs.
Yeah,
You remember
I
when you
did
said
say
that?
that, and
You
it's
remember you
still a possibility.
No, I don't think it's a possibility.
I just
because the
don't
Leafs
think-
match no matter what. They match at 15.
I would match at 15, but I don't think anyone offers him 15. You'd be stupid to
Arizona.
offer Matthews 15. You're overpaying.
Arizona.
You're overpaying. No, Arizona can't afford a 15
John
million
Arizona's
contract.
offering it. Arizona's offering it.
There's no chance. They can't afford it.
How?
But they would make the money.
They can barely make it to
We
the
bring
cap
home
floor.
the
They have to
prodigal
bring.
son.
They have
We
to bring
home
in.
the prodigal son.
They have to bring in contracts that aren't even on the books. Like they have Marian Hossa on their books
They have
because they
Daxter,
can't
don't
afford to get to the floor. It's bad, man. Arizona's not stealing Matthews away. There's other teams that could do it. I highly doubt they give up 4 first-round picks to do it, but it's possible. So Leafs play tonight.
Yep.
Tampa Bay, big
Nice.
matchup,
Yeah,
4-point swing. What do you think?
In Tampa. I think Tampa takes it.
Yeah.
I hope.
Four
For,
two.
I, hope
Tampa's
I
hot.
hope for a big night from Hedman, Cooch,
Watch
and
this.
Braden Point.
4-2 Tampa. 2 goals, 2 assists, Braden Point.
Thank you, sir.
2 goals, 1 assist, Kucherov, and then a goal and an assist from Hedman. And 3 assists from Stamkos.
I think
I have
Tampa's
both.
I
I have to give some love to all. I got Cooch and Stamkos. I gotta give some love.
I think Tampa's coming in too hot. They're gonna lose it. They've won 7 in a row. They're 9-1 in their last 10. I just think they come.
More the merrier.
Toronto's rested. Tampa played
Didn't
not
play
last
last night.
night before, so they're equally as rested. I don't know. I just think Toronto's got a chance.
Braden
It's a
Point.
it's a big
absolutely.
game because they're currently
I think
6 points
I mean,
back.
the X factor is Vasilevsky, right? Is there rust on
Yeah.
in his return?
Yeah,
Or not?
That's big. Toronto is 6 points back with a game in hand. You win that one, you're
6
you're looking
points back.
good.
Or
6 points back,
Yeah.
sorry, with a game in hand. You win that, you're 4 back. You win that game in hand, you're 2 back. That's huge. It's a big game for mid-season.
If the Leafs lose tonight, this is just going to help Tampa run away with it even further than it already is. So
Yeah.
it's a must.
I mean, but like, look,
It's looking
8
more and
points is
more-
nothing.
It's looking more and more
If
like a 2-horse race. Buffalo doesn't look good anymore.
Nope.
Montreal is falling off.
Buffalo had a good November. That's really,
Boston could come back. Is there any word on Bergeron? Is he back yet, or
skating.
is he? Okay, because last I heard, it was like they were looking
thought
at
it
him
was-
this week, and like there was potential that he might miss the year.
That's what I was hearing too.
What?
Yeah, but he's apparently
I was
coming
going to
back.
trade
so-
for Bergeron.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. Oh, can we talk about the Hyman suspension?
Yes,
Just
please.
quickly, because we don't really have any time left. But
Sure.
Let this be our
It's-
finisher.
it's a joke that he got 2 games for interference. I get he should have been suspended because it's like he's along the boards, and I get it. If that's the reasoning, did the Department of Player Safety put out their video that they always do when they suspend someone?
Mhm.
And in it, they literally mentioned that like he hit him. You're allowed to. Their exact wording was something like, "You're allowed to hit late, but this was too late, and thus it's interference." And so they give him 2 games because the hit was too late.
Yep.
But literally in the same week, it was Tom Wilson and Ryan Reeves pulling the same move, hitting
Yeah.
too late, getting the call for interference, and not getting suspended for it.
Mhm.
Like, does that make sense to either one of you?
No.
So why is it like there's been literally zero consistency with these guys? Like they can't come to a decision on what they like. Is it just because it's McAvoy?
Yeah.
Now
That
that
just came back.
I think it was a guy coming off a concussion.
They wanted.
so you're now basing your
On
ruling
Yeah,
around
you're
who's getting hit.
absolutely-
You're
That's
basing
fucking
your
stupid.
suspension
It
on
is.
variables as opposed
Yeah.
to.
It's just like
You're no
if
longer
Connor McDavid gets hit with like a similar hit, the guy's gonna get like
5.
yeah.
Well, isn't that what Brendan Manning got like a couple years back when he shouldered him into the boards or something?
Mhm.
Well, even Matheson this year on Pedersen. Pedersen was a
It's
big
good.
story.
Yeah.
He got more games because of it. Like it's just
Two.
you shouldn't.
Is it 2?
2 games, yeah, same as Hyman's.
Mhm.
That it's the comparable because like both of them were against star players, quote unquote. Because McAvoy's a good defenseman, Pedersen. Then you look at Reeves and Wilson. Wilson was on what's his name, Cini?
On Cini, on
The guy's a nobody, and Reeves was on Wilson. Like you can't tell me that has nothing to do with it. And if it does, it's a joke. You can't be letting the player that gets hit determine the length of the suspension.
It's subjective. That's what it's come to. It's more of who it's involved with, and I don't agree with it. But at this point in time, I would like to mention what Jack Edwards said because I found it hilarious. It's predatory. That's a suspension. Suspension City. Hyman elbows McAvoy right in the head. Did you see that? That's intentional. That's predatory. I was on the floor. I love Jack Edwards. He's one of my favorites. Just because
That is asinine! I can't believe what I just saw!
Jack Edwards from the NESN broadcast.
Nesson.
I know it's Nesson, but I like saying the New England Sports Network as NESN.
I can't stand that.
I hate all Boston fans. They're the most homer group.
I just call them senile.
Dude, I hate them.
I just call them straight
Celtics
senile.
fans, Patriots fans.
Jesus.
I'm a Tom Brady fan. I'm not a
They've
fan.
had so much to celebrate over the last
like, come
2
on,
decades.
let someone out. Like,
They've earned the right.
they're so pretentious. Like, shit.
But they've earned the right.
Jesus.
They've earned the right to do it. Man. They've got so many.
Not with the
championships.
Bruins, though.
Red Sox fans?
They have a couple.
Oh, I hate you.
Okay,
How many
congrats.
cups? How many
from,
teams? How
from
many teams?
1970 to 2011, how many cups did they have?
How many teams have a Stanley Cup in the last decade?
Maybe like 5.
The Boston Bruins.
The Boston Bruins. Here's Patrice Bergeron. He passes it to Marchand. He scores. I love him, man. I'm telling you. Jack Edwards, him, Rick Jeanneret, my 2 favorite. I gotta love them both.
The bubble.
I'll do Buffalo now. Here's Palmanville up the ice. He finds Eichel. He scores. Derek Roy in overtime. I love it, man. Those guys get to be so creative. They get to be so creative. They get to call out whatever they want. They get to say that Hyman's a predator. They get to be suspension city. Everything. It's honestly one of the greatest things to be in control of. You get to commentate the game. It's so fun, and it's so fun to mirror.
I'm so done with Jack Edwards.
I'm done with them, but I mean, it's still funny listening to
What
him.
was the thing last year they were just talking about?
Johnson's knee on. Johnson got kneed by.
Oh, yeah, and he was on the... It's like he died on the...
Exactly.
Jack Edwards, I love him.
Brutal.
They stopped the plane. He's not even bleeding.
2015 was a great draft for the Bruins. They drafted
Yeah,
Jeremy
like he got
Lauzon.
shot on the eye.
I love him. I can't help myself when I hear Jack Edwards.
All right, yeah. On a high note,
On a high note with Jack Edwards.
this has been Ameer and Brant Rants, and Mauro, Jack Edwards, Cesario.
Peace out. Love the Bruins.
Check out the website. Check us out on Twitter. We'll see you guys next week at some time. I'll probably do a college football podcast next week, solo dolo. So keep an eye on that.
Sounds
and
good.
We'll see you. Deuces.